Paul says, somebody will say, how are the dead raised up? And with what body do they come when they're raised up? And he says, you foolish one. Now he's teaching us here. He says, what you sow is not made alive unless it dies. You ever seen a piece of corn? Right? Kernel of corn doesn't have much of a life, does it? You wouldn't think so, but it has something living inside of it. But what do we do to it? When we plant it, we bury it in the ground. We put it in a grave. What's God telling me? The principle of resurrection has been right in front of our eyes since the day we began to know and walk on this earth. The principle of resurrection is in the earth. It's a miracle. When the corn is planted in the grave, something goes on in that grave, in the ground. Something that God set forth that we don't know what happens. But that seed dies. And what does it do? We know from watching it that body, the seed, the vessel of it, right, your body, what it'll do? It'll crack open. It dies, right? But what begins to happen? The power of the principle of life from God, even though that body cracks open, the seed on the inside of it begins to resurrect up out of the grave. But what is resurrected does not in any way mirror what you planted. Right? So if I'm smart at all, what can I learn? The body that's resurrected is nothing like the frail, weak body that was sown. And it's been in front of my face the whole time. Even as a little kid, when they gave you a pea and you planted it in that little white cup with that soil and you watched it grow, you were watching the resurrection principle of God. And you say, well, how is that possible? How will he do it? He will do it just as surely as that pea grew out of that soil. He has done it. The guarantee is in Jesus Christ. It has been done and it will continue to be done until the last resurrection, when everybody who hasn't been resurrected will be, all at the same time.